Hello once again, Maize and Blue fans. Revenge tour is rolling. So, as always, like, share, subscribe. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. But let's just get into this domination of Penn State, what happened. Now, before I just get into the game and what really happened, Michigan dominated 42-7, but Penn State got what they deserved, and I'm going to tell you why. 2016, we were up like 28-0 at halftime. We probably could have put 50 or 60 up on them that day. And, we slowed it down, not trying to just dominate and keep scoring. And so they lost that game like 42-13 or something like that. And now if you go back to last year, Penn State took it personal that we just whooped them 2016. And they try to score when the time is running out, run another play instead of taking a knee. Which is, you can do that. But there will be a time when the other team is going to take it personal and show no class like you did. And so this came right back the next year. And we did the same thing to them, basically. Like, Michigan we didn't take our foot off the gas because James Franklin wanted to be an a-hole and do all that crap last year. So all his players have to deal with that. That's the thing. Your players have to deal with you being an a-hole and showing no class last year. So they had to be on the field and watch us continue to score and continue to keep our foot on the gas and just show hatred for them. But now, besides that, Michigan just dominated this game. Like, this was a domination of Michigan's defense. They're making all the top Big Ten teams look bad that we've played. Like Wisconsin, Michigan State, Penn State now. The only team that we didn't dismantle that looks pretty good in the Big Ten is Northwestern. It was at a close game. We won that 20-17. But everybody else, Maryland, Nebraska, we pretty much demolished them, and the defense has just shown that they're on another level and they're on a mission. So this game, we had Rashawn Gary was back. Tariq Black was back. He should have got a late touchdown, but they come with one of these holdings that every other team does. But as soon as we get a long touchdown, they call it on us. I'm not sure what's up with that. But Michigan, we dominated this game from the jump. Even when we weren't scoring, it was like Penn State has no chance of scoring. McSorley was like 5 of 13 for like 80 yards or something. They put in the backup. He threw a pick 6. He ended up getting a late touchdown to get their only 7 points. But at that point, we still had our starters in, but, you lose a little bit of the fire after you're up 42. So this game was just domination on the defensive side. Like Uche, Kwity Paye, all those boys, Kemp, Chase, Rashawn got in there. It was just domination by the defense. You can't. Don Brown has got these boys locked in, and they're like, the revenge tour is real right now. Like, it's not a game. It's not something we're just saying. It's real, and it showed today. Even the announcers, Herbstreit and Fowler, they have to get on board with it because it's real. When you're watching us, you see it. But there's nothing really to say about the defense. Lockdown, those boys are balling. Now the offense gets stagnant. It's the same thing. Like, we're getting predictable with the read. Shea, and this is the thing about the read and where the offense is going. Now, we still have to beat Ohio State in that Indiana game. We play Rutgers next week, and then we play Indiana. That Indiana game is a trap game right before OSU, they play tough. That is a trap game. We have to play them very hard and finish them off because Indiana will try to mess up our season. Definitely. That is a trap game. But the offense, Shea is giving it on the read too much. He's giving it to Higdon too much. And it makes the offense stagnant because Harbaugh keeps calling it on third down. And the DN is crashing down on Higdon. Like, they're crashing down on the middle. And it's for us to win against a top team that's, like, once we play a top team that's in the top 5, if we get in the playoff and probably against OSU, Shea is going to have to keep that ball 10 to 15 times. He's going to have to keep that ball and expect to take some lumps. Like, he's going to have to keep that ball because the yards are there for him. The read is set up for you to get those yards. So you have to get them. You can't keep letting the defense get off, especially once we play good teams. Well, top teams. We've played good teams. I'm talking about playoff caliber teams. He's gonna have to get those yards. But these teams we're playing right now, it's just so dominant. It's ridiculous how we've made McSorley, Hornibrook, Lewerke. We've made these dudes look like they're freshmen. Like this is their first time in college and their first game their first big game. Like, it's looking bad. But the offense is just breaking people too. It's just such a grinded out game plan that it just breaks the wheel of the defense. And I mean, what can you say? It's not fun to watch. That's what I'll say about the offense. It's not fun to watch because it's just read option, read, and it's just really Higdon getting it. All right, dink and dunk pass to a tight end, pass to a wide receiver. Like, these are short passes, so it's not a fun game to watch on offense. Like, honestly, but it's just the game plan to grind it out. Like, Harbaugh is doing what he wants to do and has always done. It's just out of a different set. It's out of the shotgun. But he's still grinding it out with the run, play after play. Okay, let's go. Grinding it out, punt, get it back, grind. It's just slow grinding on the other team's defense until they just break. It's like, it's fun to watch for us because we're winning, but like I said in my last video, it's the way we're beating teams now. It's just a slow grind out process of them just not being able to do anything. Like, they can't get first downs. It's ridiculous. But there's only one knock I have about the game, and that worries us, or what worries me. Knuckleball Nordine. He gets a kick blocked. And that's fine. That can happen. That's more on blocking. But the kick didn't look good anyway. But the fact that when he missed it, he just kind of looked off and walked off. They just blocked a kick. They picked it up and took it to the house. Luckily, they had a penalty. But Nordine could have went and picked that ball up or either touched down the other player or tried to make a tackle. This dude is just walking off all nonchalant. I'm not sure what he was doing. The play's not over, stupid. Like, plays like that really piss me off. Like, Knuckleball Nordine is pissing me off. I'm gonna be real about this. Like, he is gonna cost us a game. Like, I just feel it coming. He is going to cost us a game because he doesn't have his stuff together. It's ridiculous for you to be doing this for about 4 and 5 weeks straight. Like, he's been playing like garbage for like 4 weeks straight. But, I mean, we're going to have to try out a new kicker or let our punter try to see if he can kick because it's ridiculous. Like, it's ridiculous. This dude, I don't know what's up with him. But there ain't much to say about the game. Like, Tariq Black was back. He should have got a touchdown, and they called it back. Nice play. I mean, I felt bad for the kid because, you know, he's been through a lot. You want to see him get his touchdown, but that got called back. And Higgins pounding the rock. I mean, he's doing his thing. Started off the game with like a 50-yard run. He ended up with like 130 or something like that. He's just doing his thing. We ran for about 200 yards. But the offensive game plan is just, it is what it is now. But another thing about the offense, I've noticed that Shea underthrows balls a lot. I'm not sure if his best throw was probably that throw to Tariq Black that got called back. But I noticed he underthrows our receivers a lot. I'm not sure if he's trying not to make sure he doesn't overthrow them, or like that has to be what it is. Or because I was watching his footwork and stuff like that, like he stepped into some of those throws. I'm thinking he's just trying to put touch on it, but he needs to drive that ball down the field because he's throwing it short and he's giving the defender a chance to make a play on the ball. Like, he has to drive those balls all the way deep because he missed DPJ, I want to say, on 2 balls. It might have been 1, but I think it was 2 he missed him on. But, you know, hopefully he can get that straight. But that throw to Tariq Black was beautiful, though. So we got Rutgers next week. That's a cake game. Like, we'll probably blow them out, and that game shouldn't even be close by halftime. One bad thing we had happen. Dylan McCaffrey broke his collarbone, so his season's done. You're not coming back from a broken collarbone anytime. So now I'm not sure if Peters is going to be the backup or Joe Milton. Honestly, I'm not sure what to expect out of Peters. I know that kills the read for us because he's not elusive enough for us to run the read with him consistently. Teams aren't going to respect him running it. So honestly, the way Harbaugh coaches on offense, we might be better off with Joe Milton and just running the read all game and him just taking it when he has to. And I'm just saying, if Shea was to get hurt, because you never know what might happen. So if Shea was to get hurt, I might put Joe Milton in. At first I was saying he's not ready because he's inaccurate, but Harbaugh's not throwing it much anyway. So it's like you can run that read option all game with Joe Milton because he wants to run it anyway, and he's more elusive. So you might be able to run the read all game and have Joe Milton have like 15 carries running the ball and just do it like that and throw it sparingly. Because Harbaugh, though, he don't want to throw it anyway. Like, the way he's coaching these games, he really doesn't want to throw it. So hopefully we won't need to find out and Shea doesn't get hurt or anything like that. But, you know, I'm always thinking about what could happen. So that's just my perspective on that. But let's see, the playoff, the rankings. Bama won, Clemson won, Notre Dame escaped. Game was close, but they won by 10. But it was close at the end. Northwestern just couldn't stop them to get the ball back. So we should be 4 because LSU lost. So we should be 4. And it's just taking care of business. We just have to take care of business. It's all going to come down to that OSU game, but we still got to get there. We got to get through Indiana. Rutgers should be a cakewalk. Get through Indiana and handle business against OSU. We just got to handle business, man. That's all it comes down to. But that's all I got for today. Total domination against Penn State. James Franklin got what he deserves. Maybe now he'll realize when a team could have blown you out in full throttle and they let up on you, why are you taking it personal the next year and trying to run it up on them? Hopefully he learned his lessons and he'll try to come with some class, because we still didn't do him as bad as we could have. We could have been throwing. We could have still been throwing, but we were running the ball late. We could have threw it and tried to get some more points. But hopefully he learned his lessons, because it's his team that has to take that butt whipping. He's on the sideline. That's embarrassing for those kids. But it is what it is. So as always, like, share, subscribe. If you want to drop a donation, feel free. And go blue. Revenge Tour. All 2018.